August.
You want to call it to order?
Oh, yeah, I don't have my pen. Call this meeting to order. We have the,
There's three board
established
members
notification.
present, enough for a quorum.
Okay. Discussion on the claims phase.
Has anyone reviewed this? Did we follow all the procedures before we go to court with this?
The lawyer is doing the procedures. And
She
we're
did
doing
everything and she filed it.
She
so
filed.
Must have everything.
As far as before the lawyer, the proper notices went to him.
the letters went out to him,
It
yes.
was approved by the board before it went, all of
Yes.
that stuff.
You
That was
were,
good.
we approved all this.
No, I wasn't.
This one right here you were.
No, I
This
wasn't.
was-
This
this was
one
done-
was way back when.
This was done in last year.
I know, but then we said to go forward with it
Oh, okay.
this
I'm
year.
not talking about that. I'm talking about
The original.
somebody actually saw the truck parked overnight in the driveway. Somebody
I
actually
took a picture of that once, but I don't know what I did with it.
took it, well, it doesn't really do any good
Plenty
if
of
you
history
take it
on
during the
it.
day.
Plenty of history.
Well,
No.
you need
I do it
facts.
while he's there. Pardon?
You can't go before a judge and say, well, there's just history on this.
No, I mean, history should be written up, is what I'm saying.
The lawyer has all that information that was written up on his case. So,
And that's, last time we went through this in January, I would like to see a file. I would like to see everything was done properly before voting on it to go forward.
the lawyer.
We're not going out to go forward, we have to go
It's
forward.
already, it's
All
already
we're going,
filed.
all we're here for today is determine how much to ask for.
Okay.
We can't do a
So-
darn thing, because it's already
It's
filed.
already gone, it's
Well,
gone.
you can drop it. You don't have to take it forward. We don't have to spend another penny on this.
And just let them get away with it?
Has he been fined for a truck before? Because you can only fine
Every year.
$1,000.
Every
He's never
year.
paid a dime,
He hadn't
You
paid
can
it.
only fine $1,000.
and he's never paid.
He never
You
paid
can
it.
only fine him once for $1,000. After that, he
I
can.
think this is the only time he's been fined.
Yeah.
He's been sent a letter, this is the first time he's been fined, and that was,
I-
when they set up,
But he can pay court costs of that too, not just $1,000.
when they asked them for this to go to small claims court, we never know how long it's gonna get a date to set up. Well, we thought we were getting a date set up, and that's when the lawyers, first lawyer, Ashley, I asked when Thomas and Kraus was supposed to go, I said, I called the lawyer, I said, do you have any more? She looked, she says, no, just those two. I said, well, wasn't Torquino's information sent to you? She says, we don't have it on record. Where did it happen to
This
it?
attorney's terrible. This is the worst.
Actually worse than this one is.
They're terrible. She's terrible.
So,
got rid
we
of her,
sent them,
didn't
we sent
What?
Diane.
You're still.
Well,
doing
it's
it?
because that's the old case. We stuck with her. But anything new is the new attorney. They came and spoke to us at one
Yeah,
time.
this got stuck with this
Isn't
one because
Anything new was the new fellow?
this company originally, we sent the information to this company originally. So we sent this to Diane. We had her send all the new information, all over again. We had to send it to her.
So she's still from the old firm. This
Yeah,
one.
that's,
They're
yeah.
taking care of all the old claims until we
Yeah,
switch over.
till we get all the old claims out from underneath them, we're stuck with them till we get rid of all these. I'm hoping there's not many more. Everything new goes to Richard, to both,
So I thought,
yeah,
hopefully.
but we're
it's
stuck
better.
with these old
These
cases.
people.
Anyway,
Okay. So here's what I've got. Do you believe that the grandfathering was legal?
I wasn't here when they done that.
Do you, but you're dealing with it now?
well, the board approved it.
Because some people in this development are allowed to have trucks and others aren't. So if you
Wait a
believe
minute,
that,
wait a minute.
Nobody's allowed to have trucks except the ones with
I don't
grandfather.
believe the grandfather should have been done.
It should have been
I
done.
don't know if it's
correctly.
legal or not. I'm not an attorney to determine that.
What it did is open up a can of worms, is what it did.
absolutely, and it's not even legal.
Well, so, yeah.
So, first off, you have to believe that grandfathering was legal to move forward. Otherwise, you need to be finding other people in violation who are parking their trucks there.
I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's legal or not, I'm not an attorney, I don't
I
believe
know.
in it. Just put, I had a vote on it, I wouldn't vote for it today.
But I don't know if it's legal.
You have to believe that it's legal to say that you're gonna single out Tarquino and Kraus and not the other people who park trucks in the driveways.
The only reason Tarquino's being going against is because he traded his truck in. He had a grandfather's truck and he traded it in. That's what got him in
I
trouble.
know, and there's another person who, in the development, who did the same thing, but he's not in trouble.
Why?
I can't tell you that, but
If
I'm
you're
just
on the
telling
board,
you.
let us know who it is.
I can't tell you that.
Well, you know what, Marlene?
Is
You're
it truck?
baloney.
Is a truck being parked?
You're
in the
full of,
driveway?
if you won't come up with information you have, you're not being fair as a board member. You are not being
Okay.
fair, and I mean that, that's terrible.
So,
I don't see
That's
any trucks
terrible.
except his. Now, this one over here, his grandfather.
He's been in there from day one.
Yeah, he's never changed his truck.
He's been there from day one.
mhm.
The only guy that changed his truck midstream was Gino Cuomo, and he got re-grandfathered, not by me, not by her.
By the board he was on,
By Dick Helm and the board he was on at that time, re-grandfathered him in, and saying it's not a work van. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know of anyone
All I'm
else.
saying is, you have to believe that grandfathering is legal, because you're singling out one person and leaving the others.
oh,
So that's the first thing.
we got Thomas. A lot of them are putting the trucks in the garage.
I know, but you have to be fair.
Well, we're trying to be.
So you have to
It
go.
can't be fair if you're going up and telling these people that we're not being fair. And I believe you're doing that. I really do.
I'm just
I
telling
think
you.
you're working against us.
Oh, wait a
I'm
minute.
just
Oh, wait a
telling you.
minute, wait a minute.
Okay, so that's one thing. The second thing is you have to believe the Blue Book definition. So is the Blue Book legal? Are you
Yeah,
abiding by
it's
the Blue
legal.
Book?
I think it's legal.
And
That's
Phyllis?
what we have been abiding by it.
Well, the board, that board,
Jim
Did
Jim
that.
Green made the blue book.
Jim
up,
Green.
him and Dick Helm.
Jim Green and Dick Helm, if that's
That
legal.
group brought the blue book in, and they approved it, and we've been abiding from it ever since.
So you believe it's legal?
I have to believe it's legal, because I abide by the rules of that book.
Whatever the board did, I assume it's legal.
Okay.
We're on trial.
And then, I'm just
No,
asking you
no.
questions.
Well, they're legitimate questions,
Okay.
but the
Have you
people
been-
that did them, you're asking us,
I know, but
and you
you-
should ask the people that did it.
but you're taking this to court, Phyllis.
Well, the lawyers,
You're responsible for
the lawyer sits there in that mediation and says, you gotta go by the covenants, documents.
Okay, I'm just saying,
So that's what the that's what the mediator.
if I'm voting for this is my criteria. Has he been fined before for a truck?
I don't think so.
If
This
he's
is the
been
first time
fined
I've
before
been
for a
fined.
truck, he can only be fined up to $1,000 total, aggregate, ever.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If he's been fined for a truck, I don't know. And if he's never paid that fine, what happens?
Doesn't matter.
You can't do it again?
Can't do it again. He can park there legally, and if he paid the fine, you could park there legally.
Illegally.
Legally, because you can never fine him again, that's the
You can-
law.
Also, the law says,
Let me see that law. Where's it at?
the law also says that you gotta follow
I
the
don't believe
documents.
it. I don't believe it.
The lawyer also says the people that live out here have to follow the documents, and if the doctor says the truck has to be parked in the garage,
It should
then
be
it has to be parked in the
But
garage.
the state
If you
law
don't believe it,
takes
he can be fined
precedence,
again and put the truck in the garage.
the state law
I
takes
know.
precedence over the covenant.
So in other words, put the state
Another-
law doesn't say anything about parking on private property. This is private property.
No such fine shall exceed $1,000 in the aggregate unless otherwise provided in the governing documents. Our documents do not allow for multiple fines, so you can fine him once for $1,000 and that's it.
But if he never pays that $1,000, then what? He's never been fined.
The law says
He's never been fined if he don't pay it.
a fine may be levied on the basis of each day of a continuing
Yeah,
violation with
yeah.
a single notice and an opportunity for a hearing,
Yeah.
except that no fine shall exceed $1,000 in the aggregate.
Okay, but he never paid $1,000, so it hasn't exceeded
Yeah, that's
It
why
$1,000.
doesn't say.
But I'm saying, it doesn't say, I'm thinking, I'm reading it different than you're reading it.
He didn't-
He hasn't paid, so he's still under the fine for $1,000.
I was trying to say something.